Hello, I'm Julie Kay, helping you find your way through grief and loss. And today we begin a new series on the holidays. Yes, man, the holidays can be so difficult for those who are grieving. If this is your first year after you've lost maybe the first life-changing loved one that it just has been life-shattering and life-changing and has consumed you, then I'm here to tell you, which may sound like the bad news, but the real news, because real news is really what we need, and that's what is going to help us to be real and to accept reality. And that is that the holidays almost definitely will be very difficult this year, and they will also be very different. So when we say, I know that the holidays will be difficult this year and different, it actually will help you to better cope through them, walk through them, take the overwhelm off, all of the above, just to help you to navigate through them. So first I want to show you a wonderful book that I recommend, and that is Gary Rowe, who is the author of this, Surviving the Holidays Without You, Navigating Grief During Special Seasons. I strongly encourage you to get this if you want to help yourself through the holidays. Very thin book, very easy read. I got it last year, and this is one of my reference points to what we're going to be going through this for the next 4 or 5 weeks, right? So we want to get started right away in November on this. And basically, so there's two big reasons why. So I'm going to share today kind of why, to bring into your consciousness why the holidays are so difficult. Two very big reasons why. First of all, what may be kind of obvious is it's very triggering. A lot of memories come up. The holidays themselves evoke a lot of emotions in those who are hurting, those who are grieving, those who have been through trauma as well, and all kinds of losses, especially the loss of a loved one that was near and dear to you and life-changing for you. That is, the holidays themselves are going to bring memories back of good times, maybe bad times too, but good times you'd spent together, and also lots of triggers. So that is pretty much a given for the holidays. Not, automatic, but just a lot of that is going to happen. So that's one of the big reasons why, okay? It stirs up a lot of memories, a lot of emotions, and the holidays are all about family and friends getting together, and it's supposed to be a fun time, it's supposed to be a special time, a celebratory time, whatever words you want to use it. So, that's likely to be different this year. So the very thing that normally brought you joy and maybe happiness and special love and all kinds of things like that, maybe the hardest time of the year for you. Most likely will be. The other biggest reason why is expectations. Expectations. Yes. The ones you have for the holidays, the ones your loved ones have for the holidays, the ones you have for your loved ones or your family or your friends, the ones they may have towards you, the ones that the world have, trying to get us to buy everything and think we need their products for everything in order to be happy and blessed during the holidays, right? The expectations you have of the world, the media, and sometimes those expectations clash, and that's why more conflicts can happen during the holidays. So with that, I have some questions for y'all today. Now, these questions, I want you to pause right now. If you really want to help yourself, I want you to pause the video if you have to, or grab that notebook, grab your journal, and write these down. You don't have to, but I'm here to try to help you. So if you really write these down and you think through them when you have some time, and process by writing down or at least thinking through the answers to these questions, it's going to help you for next week's topic, which is going to be about actually helping you make some decisions about the holidays. That's all I'm going to say about that. So first of all, what are your expectations for the holidays? For yourself. Now, you don't have to keep rewriting the word expectations. You might want to just make like a list going down and leave some space in between so that you can answer these. Okay, so what are the expectations you have on yourself for the holidays? For example, Maybe you expect yourself to keep it all together in front of everybody else and act fine, and then only when you're alone to break down and cry and all that. Don't advise that, but that may be what you expect of yourself. Write it down if it's what you expect. For your family, for others, what do you think others' expectations are for yourself? What are others' expectations on you? The third main question I have here is, which expectations bring the most overwhelmed? Which expectations cause you to feel the most overwhelmed, stressed out, hurt, maybe, I don't know, unimportant, any of those things, but which one of them bother you the most? Definitely circle them, highlight them, check mark them, whatever, but notate those. And which expectations are just completely unrealistic for this year? Unrealistic. Maybe unrealistic for physical reasons or what have you. I mean, if your loved one it was your mom, your dad, your sister, anybody does, maybe they were the ones who usually hosted the holiday, the Thanksgiving or the Christmas or the Hanukkah or the New Year's Eve, any of those or maybe more, right? I'm just pinpointing any of those holidays so we think of all of them. Maybe they were the ones who organized them, so that's impossible, totally unrealistic this year. Anything of that sort, okay? So I really encourage you to spend time answering those questions and get ready for next week's video, which will help us to process some of these decisions we need to make. Maybe you've already made decisions. Maybe you've already made decisions to be kind to yourself, and you already kind of get that you need to set boundaries, say no to some things, do other new things this year. We're going to explore all that over the next week's month or so, but just think about that. And so I just want to say two things that Gary Rowe states in here that I think are really important, and that's that you don't get over the person. You don't get over the person you lost. You learn to get through this you learn to get through it in the healthiest way possible. So that's one of his statements, and I think it's really well said. What we're doing when we talk about this series is not to get over the person, but it's to learn to get through this with in the healthiest way possible. Okay? And here's something that Garo says too that I'm going to say it, and then we're going to say it together if you're willing to. Like, say it as kind of a declaration, because I love declarations. This year, the holidays may be extra hard, but they can also be very good. So now let's say that together. This year, the holidays may be extra hard, but they can also be very good. That's one thing, that's that dichotomy in grief that is actually really helpful, is to be real about the things that are hard and difficult and not fake it and not hide it and not try to ignore it. And at the same time, the more you keep moving, you can still see good. You may all of a sudden be able to see the good, remember the good, cherish the good, be thankful. All this, so the positive and the negative can go hand in hand. It's weird, but it's true. They can actually coexist together. So that's what I wanted to share today. My verse for today that I think lines up with that statement of, let's be real. The holidays are going to be hard, and they're going to be different. They're definitely going to be different because you're different, because your loved one's gone and they're not coming back. There's different reasons why they're different, but they're definitely going to be different. But they can still be good, or parts of them could still be good, or you can help it to be okay and have peace and honor your loved one on the holidays and so forth, which we're going to talk about. So John 16:33 says, Jesus says, I have told you these things so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble. In this world you're going to have trouble. You're going to have hardship, problems, suffering, pain, etc. But take heart, Jesus says, I have overcome the world. So there's the reality, the negative, but reality that in this world we will have trouble. Jesus says it. But take heart, I have overcome the world. And you too can overcome. You too can be an overcomer through what you're going through, no matter how you feel. It is hard. There's no way around it. Does not feel good. No doubt about it. But I believe you can learn to thrive, survive, and thrive through all situations, no matter what you've been through. That's why I call myself Thrive Coach, Julie K. And I believe thriving is what God's created us to be. That means we can keep growing and flourishing even in the midst of the most difficult situations. That's when God's character comes out. That's when he refines us. That's a whole other topic, but I just wanted to say that, John 16:33. And then I like to do an Old Testament one too. Psalm 34, verse 19 says, a righteous man may have many troubles. A righteous man may have many troubles, but the Lord delivers them from them all. The righteous man, reality, may and often has many troubles and sufferings and tribulations and whatever word you want to use. But the Lord delivers them. The Lord is going to help you through them all if you call on the name of the Lord. You shall be saved, the Bible says. Call on the name of the Lord, you shall be saved if you're not already saved. And if you are in a relationship with him, trust him. Trust him to deliver you. Trust him to help you keep going through it. And here comes my signing. This means you continue to keep going. That he can deliver you, he can save you, he can help you, he can strengthen you. All of these things. He can give you the wisdom and the know-how how to get through this. That's what I want to share with you today. I hope you have hope in that. And please share this video out with others who are suffering, because holidays are really tough. And we want to help people through the holidays. We don't want them to be any more miserable than they have to be. We want to help them maybe even to have a few special times and to know how to take the overwhelm off and better deal with the holidays, which are super tough. Okay, so God bless you. Signing off until next week. Share that video out so other friends and family members can get the help they need during the holidays. God bless. Bye-bye.